Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Man, this refill stops me out before the close. Right now, I think it needs more time. I don't think today would be a good entry for refill. This ASTS is very strong. Yeah, I really wanted to go a little bit more sideways and let the non-EMA to catch up. But today, if the market is really strong, then I don't think this thing would wait till 9 EMA. Maybe I have to buy this today. Maybe. Maybe. This AEVA 2 hanging around under the anchor free web, but above the 9 EMA. Oh, and a double inside A. It's not very often to see a double inside A. And it is formed after a gap up, after a huge volume gap up. Looks pretty good. Oh man, BPAI if it. Yeah, I think today could be an entry. If it closed a little bit more strong, yesterday would be much better. I really think the crypto can go both ways. But I'm afraid I'll get chopped up, so I'm just tracking them. Oh, this CCCX breaks out yesterday. Why don't you wait one more day? APAT also looks pretty decent for this tiny little flag. But it's too liquid. I'm not sure about Lumen. It's still under the anchor VWAP. And although it's basing about the 50 EMA, but I think it would be better to, if the flag is at around $9, like right here, the flag is right here, it will be much better. Now it is a bit of 50-50 to me. Yeah, 50-50, so no. And take less trades, okay. I'm going to restart the trading view. Just give me a second. Oops, I'm muted again. I'm so sorry. Man, this rocket. Shopify, it is viable, but it is a little bit too slow. It looks great, but it's too slow. So lots of the names outside of the tech space are going up yesterday, which is nice. A healthy bull market should should have some rotations to other sector, not only the tech stocks going up and the others are down. This DE, I believe the last time I tracked this stock is back in 2021 or 2020 when I was using FinFiz for the screener, and this thing keeps going higher in late 2020 and early 2021. And after that, it goes sideways for 5 years. Ooh. Am I muted when I talk about Oklo? Like just now? Am I muted all the way? Oops. Yes, I was thinking whether to take Oklo or not, but one thing is that it's getting into the anchor VWAP, and another one would be the right side of this space is too short, which I don't like it. Comparatively, like from here, the right side of the base is a little bit longer, and it's better to like digest the selling pressure before getting higher. And so that's why I'm going to skip this gap up for Oklo. I don't know, like it still can go, but I believe it definitely have one pullback later. I believe if it goes right away today. And open is getting into the angle VWAP, which I don't like. And but if open can stay above the 50 EMA, then it will be much better. And it will look pretty nice on the weekly too, because it will close above the weekly 9 EMA. And I really like this, the base of Scyther is a pretty not a big base, but definitely not a small base. It's around 2 months and keeps building higher lows all the way. And I love this reclaim from the moving averages. And the weekly is pulling back into the 21 EMA and then found support, which is nice. And this EVA just I cannot believe this thing shakes me out and then goes straight up. Man, this cannot believe. Lumen, yeah, I talked about it, but I was muted. Um, I just said it's below the anchor VWAP, and also I prefer it to have this flag maybe at around $9 right here. It will be much better. But for now, I think it's a 50-50. So yes, and because this year I want to trade less, so I'm going to skip this 50-50 trade. Preferably it breaks out and then pulls back when it finds some resistance right this areas, and have the first pullback, and then I bought the first pullback up. It could work now, but I I just prefer it to flag a little bit high in a little bit higher part of this base. Yeah, things looks pretty strong today, especially this AEVA. Man, it looks so explosive. It can go straight up to 30 to 30. And keep serving in 9 day, and you you won't find another entry after this out of this one. Man. Is it possible to enter a hut here? Mm, I personally don't recommend it because it's a little bit extended to the 9 EMA. Although like this 3 day flag is pretty tight, so you can manage the risk, and also you can manage the risk pretty tight today. So yeah, it could be an entry, like because when the market is strong, like everything works. But you have to bear in mind that if you have a very high chance to fail for buying this the extended breakouts. If the market is not super strong like today, maybe it reverses later in the day. I don't know. As long as like you can manage the risk here, I think it's fine. Because like the 5 minute breakout is only less than 2% stop. So maybe you can use a smaller position size or a smaller risk per trade to to mitigate to compensate for the low win rate for these extended breakouts. Come on. Oh man. Yes, I also talked about unity, and one thing is like the range of yesterday is too wide. I don't like it. So I prefer to go 1 to 2 days a little bit more sideways, preferably above the 9 EMA. Then after the breakout, after some consolidation, will look much better. And I love the weekly also. The weekly Unity weekly is is promising. I took HUD at on Monday at the opening range breakouts. I bought it as a inside week breakout because it gaps up above the previous, or maybe not above the previous week high, but very close to the previous week high. Around here. Is it? No, it opens above the previous week high. 1, 2, oh yeah. So yeah, and I took it right after the open. You can see my my stop line is right at my entry date. So for HUD, I enter on this day, and for QPTS, and I enter on this day. Yeah, I missed this. This is a better entry for HUD, in my opinion. This day here, but yeah, I missed this one. How Nikkei is up 3%, almost 4%. What is going on? What is going on with Japan? No idea. No idea what that means. But it's up 3.5%, and it must be good news. It must be good news. Amazing. Wow. Also, the metals are still holding up the 9 EMA, so maybe they want to go higher. Looking forward to the parabolic expansion. Yeah. Can go a little bit faster, but that's a pretty huge move. Silver is up 150%. But throughout the past maybe 50 years only. How about this one? Those are up 300%. This one's up 600%. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. So maybe this one is going to up 300 or 600% before the correction, before the real top. You can see like the volume has already been so huge. There's no volume data. Go back here. Yeah, for the past few the market tops, there were always huge volumes. Right now it's also huge volumes, but is it enough? So maybe we are here. Yeah, we need to get another 30%. So I'm not going to take the shorts before it closed below the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA would be the crucial level. So market starts pulling back a little bit. But not AEVA. Man, how come this thing not pulling back? IR yen on 5th of November. It is a resistance. Today will be an inside day breakout. Actually, double inside day breakouts. And these long lower wicks are the bonus points. Like it shows the buyers are stepping in the dip. So undercuts, or not undercuts, but they pull back to the EMA and then they found supports. Oh, those semis names are super extended. Mm. Mm. UBTS not today. It's still under the EMAs on the hourly chart, and also um like yesterday the range is also a little bit too wide. Mm, yeah, the 50-minute it looks okay. Yeah, it pulls back to the 9 EMA, also close above the 21. Mm, but I prefer to buy the pullback above the 9 and 21 EMA, on at least on the hourly chart. It's not a bad, it's not a bad entry, I would say, because it's the daily is still above the 9 EMA, and also it's still above the 50 EMA on the hourly. But it's also like a low win rate pullback entry. So if the market is strong, then it could work much better. But just be careful when the market is not that strong, and then you overtrade very easily. A+ setup, very easy. SNDK on last Friday. Man, you won't see this kind of a tight flag, kind of a cup with handle. The clean breakout. Man, this candle looks so lovely. Man, it was actually the free money given by the market. The market got its printing money for me, but I throw them away. December 19, on the daily chart, it looks pretty loose. On the hourly, okay, on the hourly, it looks better. Yes, it could be one. It could be one. You can manage risk very easily here. But again, like, because the daily is not that tight, so maybe I will use a smaller sizing, like just a smaller, maybe 10 or 20% smaller, given that the stop is very tight. Yes, this one is also a decent entry, not a A+, but yeah, I don't know. BBAI would be it's just a simple breakout of the previous day high and is staying above the 9 EMA, and I really love the reclaim of the 9 EMA and 21 yesterday. It opens below all the EMAs and even yesterday's low, like the prior day's low, but it eventually reclaims all of them. And on the weekly it's a little bit too to lose, but mm, I just love this small little flag and this sharp up the ups. This is a like a uh small uptrend, like a sharp 20% move in just 3 days. Man, but this PPI is very choppy. It's very choppy. If it's working, like if it's really have some follow through, then I have to trail it with maybe 21, maybe 21, or I don't know. This one is like a roller coaster. Or maybe just keep selling into strength. No idea. Yeah, these shorts ready. Looks ready to crash. What an interesting market. Lovely pull back to the 50 and then gets rejected. Ooh. And I don't really like Nvidia. Nvidia is so weak. From the past 6 or 7 months, like since the uptrend since April, Nvidia is practically the leader. When it is strong, the whole market is also strong. But now it's definitely not the leader. The strongest one would be these Hmm. IGV has been lagging. Has been lagging since October. Crypto starts breaking down. Okay, failing the EMAs. Ooh. I believe like pullback for the indices or the general market is very good for some long setups, especially like the ones that are going straight up since 2nd of January. Like the right side of the base is not solid enough for another uptrend. Needs to let the EMAs to catch up. Like it's red cat and surf. We can pulls back a little bit, go sideways. It would be wonderful. I don't want to be too. I think there's no need to be too bearish at this moment. As the IWM is still very strong. But we may see like a few days, a few down days, maybe next week. And Qs will pull back to the 50 EMA. It's normal and it's healthy too. After that, we need to see the actions after that. But right now it's still pretty okay. I think MS. No, I think MSTR. Mm, hourly, the EMA is still trending up at the open, so it will be very hard to short. At this time it works, but most of the time when the EMAs are trending up, it normally don't have follow through. The better one would be a spike up first after the open, maybe takes out to yesterday high or takes out the previous bar high and then reverses. That would be better. Circle is the one looks much better. At the 21 EMA daily, also at the anchor VWAP from the previous swing high. How about this high? Okay. But I just decided to like take less trade this year, so I'm not going to do the longs here and do the shorts there. Just trying to focus. Poets, I wanted to a little bit too choppy and I want to pull back to a 21 first. Now it would be a bit loose. Man, I think this one is going to 30 without a pullback. Yeah, let's see. I think open would have a higher chance to get rejected at those highs here. Hopefully, and let the EMAs to catch up a little bit. Really don't want another like AEVA to go higher without me. Tightness and orderly. Which one is more important? Normally, when the stock is moving orderly, they will form some tight ranges. Like they will form more tight ranges than the choppy stocks. So I think these two are come together. Yeah, these two come together. Yeah, so I think it would be the end of today. I hope the market could hang up a bit here, around here. Then we'll have some decent breakouts next week. So see you guys.